Yes, what's good, people? Man like Jamo, 6 months later with the Lenovo Legion Slim 7A gaming laptop. Now, I can't lie, over the past 6 months, this thing right here has got to be my favorite gaming laptop that Lenovo Legion has put out, fam. It's not the fastest, fam. Yeah, it's not the most powerful, but the combination of slim design and gaming performance that they've got here go unmatched across the Lenovo Legion range. Now, just to give you a quick breakdown of the specs, we're talking i7 12th gen thing, I think it's a 12700H or something like that, 16 gigabytes of RAM, terabyte of SSD, PCIe 4.0 obviously, so it's the same thing that's in the PS5, and an RTX 3060. Like I said, not the most specs, not the most powerful, but still dangerous when it comes to pushing that performance. Now, moving on to the screen, you've got that 16:10 aspect ratio, 2K plus thing going on. So we're talking 2560 by 1600 resolution, 165 hertz. Now, let's be honest, me playing games with this RTX 3060, if you're trying to hit that 165, you're only really gonna hit that at 1200p or 1080p kind of resolutions, innit? If you're looking at getting that 2K gameplay, then you're looking at 60 frames per second plus, still maybe up to 90 on certain titles, maybe even a cheeky 120. But yeah, you have to remember what graphics card you're customizing your thing with. Now, one of the reasons I said this was my favorite laptop is because of the ports and import selection. On the left hand side itself, we got Thunderbolt 4 and we got USB 3.2 Gen 2 USB-C ports, both of them, fam. On the right hand side now, you got 3.5mm headphone jack and SD card reader, full size, straight out of the camera into the laptop, and you're editing without a dongle. Do you know how deep that is? Why is this the only Lenovo Legion laptop that has that capability? Anyway, let me move on. On the back, we got 3 normal size USB-A ports. We've got another Gen 2 3.2 USB-C port, HDMI, and of course, you've got the power port on the back. Now, that Gen 3.2 port on the back also supports DisplayPort out 1.4 in it. So all you 8K man them out there, yeah, you're settled in it. You're nice. Multi-monitor supporting that. Now, me as a content creator, I have been living life on this laptop, fam. There's nothing that this thing cannot edit. 4K footage, 4K 30, 4K 60, it's all able to edit using my dedicated film editor, Filmora 12. Even though me and Filmora are kind of vexed at each other right now because Filmora is charging me more and I'm refusing to pay more. But yeah, it is what it is, innit? Now, leading back onto gaming, yeah, this thing's got it. If you're gaming on the screen itself, you've got it on lock. Anything under 4K, yeah, you're getting plus 60 frames per second with this graphics card. The graphics card is strong, you know. A lot of people sleep on the RTX 3060. They think it has to be RTX 3070 above, like it did back in the NVIDIA 900 series. But in this series, 3060s are serious source cuz when it comes to pushing out 2K gameplay. Now, like I said before, if you want to hit that high frame rate thing, then you're going to want to look at getting 1080p or 1200p gameplay with that high refresh rate so you can get maximum frames for your esports fancies, innit? Now to the exciting bit, issues. Do you know what? I haven't really had any mad issues with the laptop. I haven't had any issues that I haven't had with any other Windows laptop. One of the issues, for example, is getting beyond 4 hours of battery life. Like, I feel like even if, well, to be honest, I'm a high screen brightness kind of guy, but with max screen brightness and like if I'm just doing, let's say for example, word processing, a little bit of Microsoft Teams meetings, things like that, I'm talking about maybe what, half-hour meetings every day of the week, or like 1 hour meetings or things like that, I seem to be maxing out at maybe about 4 hours and a bit. Some of that is with the what do they call the mode now? It's like the hybrid mode, where it's using the internal graphics card and the external graphics card. I know there's also a mode which is literally just the internal graphics card alone, but I find that the computer's a little bit laggy when doing that, using that mode, and like using any slightly graphically intensive application kind of thing. Apart from that, like, I feel like I'm gonna be reaching if I say there's any issues that I were having that were not normal Windows issues. Just like issues with me turning on the laptop sometimes, and sometimes like the login screen doesn't come on. So I'm like, okay, what's good? Then I turn off the laptop and turn it on again, and that problem never reappears for like, I don't know, the next 1000. I've seen that happen twice in 6 months basically. And each time it's happened is where I've turned off the laptop for a Windows update. So you know that kind of Windows update nonsense that happens where the computer doesn't know whether it's coming or going? Yeah, just basic Windows stuff. It's definitely the laptop that I would personally go for in the Lenovo Legion laptop lineup, fam. Like, the fact that I like gaming already, yeah, it's got a decent enough battery life to give you some kind of use when you're untethered from that young house plug. And if you're also on the content creation thing, you got the SD card reader, so you can slap that SD card direct from the camera into the laptop itself. And you've also got that RTX power to move those video editing workflows, those 4K video editing workflows, chopping that content without any issue at all. I think it's the all-in-one. For me personally, it's the all-in-one. I'd love to see like a, I don't know if they can fit a 3080 in there. I don't know how they would call that. This seems to be quite decent in terms of temperatures when, you know, it's working with a lot of load. But if they were able to like call a 3080 and still have it in this slim chassis, that would be wicked to plug that into the workstation, fam.